Hi, I'm Evan, this is Marty, we're at AAA University, and these are Marty's moving tips. In this demonstration, we are going to show you how to properly lift a couch or a dresser as a two-man team safely.
All right, so for couches, the very first thing we're doing, we're taking off cushions. So the back, we're taking off pillows, we're taking off the seats. That gives us some more space to work with. Obviously, having these cushions on, it creates a lot more space. These couches they're really big, they're awkward, they're long. You can imagine trying to get through a doorway, tight space, going upstairs. It's gonna be a lot harder when we have the cushions on. Now, the next step is to get the couch, to get the legs off. So the first thing that we're gonna do is put a pad on it, and that is to keep the back from getting dirty. Again, the light side of the pad touching the couch. The light side of the pad is always touching the piece of furniture because it's the clean side. So that's how we do that. Put the pad on the back. We're gonna flip the couch on its back. And now having that pad there gives a lot more extra protection from the bottom, so now we're not getting the back of the couch dirty. This gives us access to the legs, and then we're gonna end up spinning these legs off. Some legs, they aren't spin. They will have screws, bolts, so that's where your toolkits will come into play to remove those. And when putting them together, we always wrap 2 of them at a time, and they go straight into the parts box. Because if you wrap more than like 3 or 4, it can, it's still wood, right? So a lot of these pieces, even, we don't want this to happen. We don't want to scratch the wood even on the legs and stuff. So having 2 pieces allows it so there's wrap in between so they're not touching each other, and it makes it a lot easier to wrap rather than trying to do 3 or 4 at a time.
Right. The other purpose of taking the feet off is because when we start carrying it, and if we run into a doorway that maybe is a awkward angle right when we get through it, or is a little tighter than the normal spec, all homes are built to have doorways at 33 inches, but some will have that random doorway that was built after the house was built. And what we want to avoid is approaching the doorway, running into the frame with the feet on it, and finding out that, wow, now I have to set this down and take the feet off after it was already wrapped or already ready to go. That is something you want to avoid as a mover, where you have to do something twice. Once it's in this position, we will always wrap it. We won't demonstrate that in this video, but what we will do now is show how we carry every single couch known to man. Every couch will be carried the same way, and the way it's carried is we will bring it back down. Again, we're assuming that it's wrapped, and then what we describe it as, what we call it, is knees down. And knees, what I'm referring to, is where your knees are essentially sitting in the couch. Your knees are the front face of the couch, okay? So when we say knees down, we are gonna brace the front with our foot. We are gonna tip the couch forward, and just like a dresser or any other heavy 2-man piece, our knees are gonna be touching the piece. We're gonna squat down and lift with our hips and our quads, not our backs, okay? Let's set back down. One other thing to note, as mentioned before, doorways are always built to code at 33 inches. Furniture makers and home builders are in cahoots with each other. They know exactly what each other's specs are. So in order to build a certain furniture piece, or in this case a couch, the back of the couch will always be less than 33 inches without the feet on. That allows movers like Oscar and I to pass through any doorway in any home to get that piece right where the owner wants it.
Another reason why we carry knees down, you can see, is if we were trying to go up those stairs right there, we've got a banister in the way. If this was flat, it's gonna be on the bottom, it's gonna be hitting. So knees down allows this piece to clear up over the banister so that we can carry it and have a lot less chance of hitting the wall or the banister itself.
Now, if we are exiting an apartment into a hallway, we aren't going to be able to clear the turn if we keep the couch flat. So we're going to demonstrate how to exit a home, rather an apartment, into a hallway. First guy that exits the door is generally going to be your taller person. He is going to stand the couch up, and the rear carrier is going to set his side down flat, okay? And we will demonstrate now. 1, 2, 3. So, if I'm limited and can't turn, I'm going to start out in the hall, standing the couch up. And the rear guy sets his end down. We stand it up, and then we rotate, and then tip back down to go down the hallway. Like so. And let's go back.
Yep. Ready?
And same way on the reverse side. If we were going into an apartment, we would have to set at the door, stand up, rotate, tip back down, and pull out the bottom. And in.